At the ripe old age of 34, I can say I was lucky enough to grow up during the best time in gaming. The 90s and early 2000s hold some of my fondest childhood gaming memories, and for a lot of these memories, Sonic the Hedgehog was front and center. When everyone else had Super Nintendo, I had Sega Genesis. When everyone had a PS2, I was rocking the Dreamcast. Eventually I would get a PS2, Xbox, and all of these other amazing consoles, but I grew up playing Sonic, so in a lot of ways, Sonic Racing Crossworlds feels like coming home, because at its core this game is a celebration of Sonic, from his humble beginnings on the Genesis to the lowest of lows, and the eventual return and redemption of Sonic as a series and a character. Sonic Racing Crossworlds is not only the best Sonic racing game, but it's also one of the best arcade kart racers to drop in many, many years, speeding past even Mario Kart for the first time and reigniting the Mario vs. Sonic feud that's been kind of dormant for the last decade. It's filled with the biggest roster of characters, tracks, and music spanning over 2 decades of content from that little blue bastard. It brings the speed back into kart racers and offers a ton of content right at launch, with much more to come. This is pretty much the perfect storm of gameplay, value, and even nostalgia for not only Sonic fans, but fans of arcade racers in general. And in this video, I'm going to go in depth. I'll talk about all the pros, the cons, and hopefully by the end of this review, you'll have a good idea if this game is for you and why I think it's the new king of kart racers. As always, if you're new to the channel, thanks for checking out the video. I hope you'll give it a like and a sub. And for everyone else, welcome back. Let's talk Sonic Racing Crossworlds. I don't remember the last time I was this hyped for a fucking racing game, but as soon as I played the open network test, I was hooked. Sonic Racing Crossworld improves on all of the previous entries in just about every way. This time around, the game's main gimmick, as you might imagine, is the Crossworld mechanic. During the second lap of each race, you will be teleported to a random track chosen by the player in first place. These Crossworlds offer unique and dynamic changes to a race and vary drastically from not only other Crossworld tracks, but the main courses as well. One moment you may be racing through loops on Radical Highway taken from Sonic Adventure 2, and then the next you're teleported to the majestic icy waters of Holoska, the cloudy vistas of Sky Road, or the stormy shores of Kraken Bay. With 24 main courses and 15 Crossworlds, you have a fuck ton of different tracks to race on, and with this portal mechanic, it means no 2 races are ever the same. This is reinforced by the vehicle transforming gameplay, which makes its return from Sonic Racing Transformed. Throughout the match, the course will actually allow you to race on land, sea, and air. Not every track has this mechanic, but some may have sections where you'll be driving on water, and the other in the air, and some will even have all 3. The tracks in this game are fantastic, with a huge variety of locations and settings being pulled from all of Sonic's games. But I love that we have some courses from Sonic Adventure 2, like Metal Harbor and Radical Highway. There are just so many great tracks here, and the vehicle transforming really adds another layer of gameplay variety on top of the Crossworlds. Racers are quick and speedy as they should be. Most laps take a minute or less to complete, so you are just fucking zooming through these races, man. They really nailed the sense of speed that a Sonic racing game should have. Blasting through the loops, corkscrews, or drifting around tight corners, then seamlessly transforming into the sky or water just feels great. As far as gameplay goes, this offers a huge variety of different feeling racers when compared to something like Mario Kart, which is obviously the game that Sonic Racing is going to be compared to. They both have their place and offer distinct pros and cons, but if you ask me, this is the superior game, but I'll save that for another video. All the standard modes are here. You have Grand Prix, which will have you race through a series of tracks in a fight for the top spot. You have time trials and individual races, all of which can be customized. There's even a host of battle races where you team up to defeat the other racers in a series of challenges. There's a rival system which randomly selects a character to be your rival, and you can get some amazing interactions from this system. Shadow vs Sonic, Tails vs Silver, Eggman vs Vector. You can just get some crazy matchups. But it's the online play that remains king. This is where the game shines the most. Multiplayer is just a blast, and I have already lost many hours of sleep racing into the night. It's just extremely simple and addictive to see your rank climb higher and higher, and I have had so many intense close races where I was screaming at my TV as I managed to sneak in a last-second victory. It's in these moments where the game just feels perfect. Another reason the gameplay here feels so good is the amount of customization that's on offer. Not only do we have the biggest roster of Sonic characters, but we have 5 different vehicle types, including the return of the Extreme Gear hoverboards from Sonic Riders. You can mix and match any character with any vehicle type, which all offer their own unique stats. On top of this, each of these vehicles can be further customized with different parts, paint jobs, decals, and more, allowing you to create the car, truck, or hoverboard of your dreams. So if you want to take Dr. Eggman and put him on a hoverboard, you can do that. Or maybe you want to take Shadow and put him in a pink monster truck. Well, you could do that too, and your stats will change accordingly. But on top of all this car customization, you also have gadgets. Gadgets allow you to create your very own loadouts, which brings some deep, almost RPG-like mechanics to the game. Gadgets essentially act like perks do in a Call of Duty game. They grant you unique abilities in races and can even boost certain stats like speed, power, or acceleration. You can have 5 gadget loadouts created at one time, so you could have one loadout focus on pure speed, maybe another one focus on disrupting enemies, or one for defense and car handling. It's really up to you. Some gadgets can even grant you special items in a race, or alter the way your car functions. My favorite is a gadget that grants you a speed boost whenever you collide with another player, which is perfect for power-based cars and characters like Knuckles. There's a lot to unlock here and a lot of ways you can build your kit, and there will be, there's no doubt that there's going to be meta loadouts that form over the coming weeks and months, but that shouldn't stop you from experimenting. So we have a huge selection of characters, awesome tracks, deep customization, but how does the game actually look and play? As far as performance goes, I have no complaints. Playing in performance mode on the PS5, I've had a super smooth experience. Frame rate is consistent and they hardly ever have any dips or stuttering. Online play is seamless and I haven't had any disconnects as of the time of writing this review. The graphics are bright, colorful, and vibrant as they should be, and since we're constantly teleporting between different worlds, you get to really appreciate all these different settings and visuals. One moment you're taking in the sights of Rainbow Garden, then you're teleported to a planet exploding in magma or cascading down a river surrounded by dinosaurs. It all looks great, but admittedly the resolution is a bit fuzzy. It's certainly not as crisp as I would like, but the sheer amount of things going on some of these tracks and the need to instantly switch to a whole new course, I imagine some details needed to be toned down to make this all possible. It's a small price to pay because ultimately I really like the look of this game. But what I really love most about this game is the soundtrack. Guys, this fucking soundtrack, it is peak. With over 100 songs available from so many different Sonic games, it's every Sonic fan's dream. The Sonic games have always had amazing soundtracks, and Crossworlds is no different. From remix classics to brand new original tracks to songs lifted directly from other Sonic games, there is just a huge collection of music on offer here, and the best part is you can create your own custom playlists and even specify which songs play on which lap. So there is just so much customization here when it comes to the soundtrack. We are really eating good when it comes to the music here. Sonic Racing Crossworlds is the real deal, and it's a noticeable step up in just about every single way from previous games. And with the game leaning into its crossover themes, there are also characters and tracks from other franchises like Persona, Mega Man, and even SpongeBob. and Sega promises to support the game with new content for at least a year, but hopefully this will become something like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. If Sega is smart, they will support this game for as long as they can because the potential for new tracks, characters, and additional content is kind of insane. With so many people being disappointed with Mario Kart World, this is the perfect opportunity to capitalize on those players who are looking for something more from their arcade racer. But it's not all sunshine and chili dogs. There are some issues with the game as well, but thankfully most of them are more nitpicky than anything. For one, the game is very grindy, which on one hand means you have stuff to shoot for a longer period of time, but it also feels a little bit too much. For example, playing the game and completing races will earn you tickets. You could then use those tickets to unlock additional car parts and customization options. You can also use these tickets to level up your friendship with different characters, which in turn unlocks additional cosmetics like decals and even character skins. But the amount you need to unlock some of these skins and car parts is pretty insane. For example, to unlock the level 4 skin for Shadow, you need to donate like a total of 4,000 tickets. Keep in mind, you usually only earn like 20-ish tickets a race, give or take. And if you want to unlock more parts for your car, you'll be spending those tickets on that as well. So there's a big focus on the grind, which I'm fine with, but I think it's a little bit overkill. There are also some notable features missing, like the lack of Grand Prix for online play, where the player at the top score, across 3 races would win. Instead, we just have single races. There's also a lot of downtime between these online races where you need to wait for a lobby, choose the track, load into the match. The time you wait in between matches is actually longer than the races themselves. So I hope this can be streamlined. Some characters, namely the crossover characters, the DLC characters, they lack voice lines, which sucks because the interactions between these characters is actually always really fun to see. And I wish some tracks had more inversions or were just longer, because most of these tracks, like, you're going to be doing, completing a lap in like 45 to like 50 seconds, so they just feel really short, which sucks because the tracks are awesome. So I do wish they were a little bit longer, but that's just me being nitpicky. Overall, Sonic Racing Crossworlds is the best arcade kart racer in years and marks a major return for Sonic. It's got the courses, the characters, the speed, and most importantly, it's just fucking fun. There's a ton of content here, and all of it is a celebration of Sonic. The Crossworlds are more than just a gimmick. They make races dynamic and unique each time, and the tracks in general pull from all generations of Sonic to give us a vast selection of courses. The character roster is huge, and interactions between them is always fun to see play out. Performance across the board and multiplayer is just some of the best that I've seen. It's so much fun. If Sega nurtures this game like they should, it's entirely possible they could have their own version of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, a game that gets supported for years. I hope that ends up being the case. They really knocked it out of the park here, and the hype was very much deserved, which is rare in gaming these days. I can easily recommend this game to not only Sonic fans, but kart racer fans in general. It's just a damn good time, and in my opinion, is the new king of kart racers. Gotta go fast. So yeah, that's the review, guys. I love this game, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and a sub. Really helps me out. Let me know what your favorite track is down below and what you would like to see in future updates. Until then, I'll see you guys on the racetrack. Take care.